Yo, what's good, Nebraska? I'm Can't Stop LA. You're watching StackBMX.com social media and YouTube channel. Today we're going to do and explain a review on the BSD Substance XL cranks. So like always, if you're watching this on one of our social medias and you want to enter our YouTube contest to win a free bicycle, head over to youtube.com/StackedBMX to enter. All you got to do is subscribe to this channel, like this video, turn on your notification bells, and leave us a comment below to enter. But hang on tight, because later on in this video, we're going to tell you all the rules, what you get, and how to better your chance of actually winning. So yeah, let's get to it. Let's talk about these cranks and let you know a little bit more info about them and why you should buy these cranks, and if these cranks aren't for you. So yeah, let's get to it. Kind of just investigate these cranks and kind of show you the little things that I like about these cranks, what I don't like about these cranks, and yeah, go from there. So yeah, these are straight off the bat, I noticed these are not a three-piece crank system, but technically they will work, and they are really similar to the three-piece cranks. The only difference between the three-piece cranks and these ones is that three-piece cranks are designed so that you could pull each arm off. Let me see if I can. So three-piece are designed so that each arm goes on here, one goes on here. There's a center spindle. Where the two-piece cranks come involved and are more about is that it still has that three-piece design, but the whole thing is that this axle is pushed in through the backside right here and pushed through the crank arm. So even having only two pieces or anything like that, they still are, technically three-piece cranks, because there are three pieces and it's just pushed through there. The only difference is that you're not going to be really taking this side off. You're going to be focusing on the left side crank arm and pulling that one off to remove your cranks or to add any washers or anything like that. So I think that's the biggest thing that I noticed about these cranks, and I just wanted to share that with you. Next, I noticed these crank arms are pretty light, man. A lot of the other crank arms that I felt are pretty heavy. These ones are super light, and they just look super raw and beefy. These ones are raw. They come in raw, chrome, and black, and they come in different sizes between 160 to 175, I believe. Check out our website. The link is below for all the current sizes and stuff like that. Things change, so if you want the current sizes and colors, check out that link below, or possibly that one if I can drop it in here. But yeah, that'll give you all the sizes. Another thing that I noticed is that it's got this pretty cool laser etching on the actual spindle inside. It looks pretty dope. Notice how the axle is super hollow. I think that's the main reason why these cranks are super light. It's got some big threads right here. Makes the spindle super thin but super heavy duty. Notice how this one's the raw one. This one has a lot of raw welding on it. Another thing that I really noticed that I think most people can't tell from pictures or actually, seeing it in videos and stuff like that, is the fact of this little, this spindle boss right here. It's like, it's not a traditional flat one. They actually like grinded it down or machined it down like at a kind of a slant like that, and it just looks super dope. Looks a lot doper than a lot of the other cranks, and it is just something so subtle. I think it looks really cool. Yeah, you can notice on the backside they did kind of grind it down, and then where it was welded together, kind of, just cleaned it up. But it is welded all the way around. Looks super clean. The pedal bosses, they are also, a heavy duty chromoly, and the welds are just, all the way around. They look super beefy. The profile of the arm is really, square. It's actually tapered a little bit, so it's thin here and it gets thicker here. Same thing with the sides here, and then tapers up. Back side of here is also welded quite a bit on there. These cranks are left and right hand drive compatible, so there's a bolt hole for each sprocket on each side. You can bolt it up either way. Simply just mount, goes onto the spindle like so. And then what I noticed on these cranks is that they actually give you a crank puller and an installer. So you'd use this actual tube spacer with this on here, threaded in to the end of the crank arm, actually like so, threaded to the end of the crank arm, and then that'll suck all the crank arms in. This tool's a little bit different than I've seen most of them. This is like a 17 millimeter head. I believe it's 17 millimeter head. It's actually, weird angle. It's not even like a hex head. This is pretty crazy. But super, super heavy duty chromoly crank puller. I noticed a lot of cranks don't come with crank pullers and stuff like that. This one does, so for the price of it, you get those. It's got a sprocket bolt right here. It's got some Loctite on there, and the bolt's machined down. So if you got American bottom bracket, that'll definitely clear the bottom bracket, but it also kind of makes this bolt lighter. So a cool little fact about that. On the bolt head, this one's just got a, was that a 8 millimeter hex head right in there, a chromoly bolt, super milled out. It's really bold right here, you can't really tell. Super bowled out, super hollow, not very much material in there. Basically makes these cranks super, super light. Yeah, if you're wondering what style riding these are for, definitely for the intermediate or advanced. If you got some stock cranks on your bike and you've broken those, or you're bending the crank arms, or let's say you're just a rider and you weigh about 200 pounds plus, and you can really feel the flex on the cranks, or you're having problems with them, definitely look into getting some of these. These things are super solid. They'll hold up to any beefy guy, anybody that like really mashes on their cranks, anybody that's just thrashing cranks in general by landing, doing flyouts and landing flat and wondering why their bike always breaks. Yeah, get something like this. These are definitely a great quality. Really heavy duty crank arm. If you're looking to try to better your crank arm grinds and stuff like that, these crank arms would definitely help because they got a lot of flat surface on it. You could grind on the rail and such like that, ledges, anything like that, and puts a really flat surface on it rather than having a round crank arm where it kind of wants to wobble and stuff like that. So if you're into that trick, that'll help you out. Keep in mind that these are a 24 millimeter spindle. If you have a regular sprocket, you don't run the actual sprocket spacer, you just slide the sprocket on. If you're buying bearings, which most bikes don't come stock with 24 millimeter bearings, make sure you pick up a set of the bearings as well that are 24 millimeter spindle, and then whatever size your bottom bracket is, which is most likely mid-bottom bracket. So make sure you purchase the bottom bracket separately, and so when you get these cranks, you can install them and be set to jet. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the BSD Substance XL cranks on our Explain and Review. So pretty dope cranks. Shout out to those guys at BSD for making dope products and just having a dope team and a lot of dope graphics. Those guys actually killed it on these cranks. These things look amazing, a lot better in person. So if you're trying to pick up a new set of cranks, definitely think about purchasing some of these BSD Substance XL cranks. If you're hanging out to know about our YouTube contest and how to win and enter multiple times, all you got to do is subscribe to our channel, like this video, turn on your notification bells, and then leave us a comment below letting us know what you like about this video, what you don't like about this video, maybe other products that you want to see here on the Explain and Review, almost anything that you want to figure out, and yeah, we're here to help you. So that'll enter you the contest, and at 5,000 subscribers, which we're almost at, we're going to give away a free bicycle retailed at $289.95 free of charge. I'm just going to pick a winner on here. So yeah, that'll enter you into our contest. But if you're watching this on YouTube and want to check out our social media, head over to Stack BMX Shop on Instagram and me at Can't Stop LA. And then head over to Facebook if you prefer that at facebook.com/StackBMX. Once again, thank you very much for watching this video. We hope this helped you guys out, figure out these cranks were right for you. We hope you have a good day, and talk to you later.